Firearm Freedom YouTube live stream. Sorry guys, I have to adjust my camera just a little bit here because I felt like it was a little bit off. Maybe that'll be better. Man, Halloween weekend and also the weekend before the election, a lot going on. And that is exactly why I titled this live stream as such, which you guys have already seen, which is industry updates and also a Q&A. If you guys are new to the Firearm Freedom live streams, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm so happy you guys took time out of your day to watch this stream and watch me ramble along here for the next little bit, and I really appreciate it. How we run these live streams now is I set somewhat of a ground of a topic, and then aside from that, you guys can ask me any questions that you would like, and I will always answer them throughout the live stream. So we may stick relatively close to the topic, or if you guys even have questions that are a little bit more off topic, I will also answer those as well. I didn't want to label moving forward every single live stream just Q&A because I don't think that would work too well either. Guys, I hope you are doing well for everybody that's tuning in now, and I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I don't know about you guys, but it was definitely nice to get the extra hour today with the daylight savings time, and that is always nice. Now, I don't think, this is probably a really dumb thing to say, but I don't think everybody in the world, sorry, not the Rona, there's just some dust going on here in the film studio. But I'm not sure if everybody in the world subscribes to that. I want to say that's just like related to the USA. So I know I have a lot of people outside of the USA that watch these live streams. If you guys don't subscribe to the daylight savings time thing, then I hope you still were able to catch this live stream. Let's see here, guys. Happy Halloween or day after. Man, did that mess me up. Dude, Ian, it messed me up too. I woke up this morning and I kind of, obviously I knew it was coming last night, but I woke up, I'm like, man, everything feels odd. Now it's dark at like 5 p.m. I don't know. Nice to get the extra hour of sleep. Super weird. And then also, I feel like you feel so much more tired later in the day because right now, it's 6 o'clock, but in reality, it's kind of 7 o'clock. So, you know, I don't know. Really weird. What can you do? Hey, can you start putting a reminder of the live streams a few hours in advance? Nick, absolutely, man. I can look into how to do that. I've seen those done before, and I can definitely try to do that with the channel. I think I definitely can figure out how to make that happen. Got my finger bleeding here from a little cut from my Spyderco knife earlier today. Trying to do some work around the house, so hopefully that will not ruin this live stream. I'm gonna die. There's a little cut. But yes, I will try to do a reminder. Hello, I hope you are doing well. Rip code, hello and welcome, and I hope you're doing well as well. Hope things are well, man. Feels like forever since we chatted. Hopefully Tuesday goes okay for all of us. Yeah. Ian, it's going to be interesting, but Ian, we definitely should do another live stream on Instagram, man. I would love to do another one with you. Andrew, what is up? Guys, I hope all of you are doing well. It is crazy times in the industry right now, and I want to give just a couple more minutes for everybody to kind of tune in and get involved in the live stream here. Yeah, Ian, I definitely will, man. I'll have to shoot you a DM or talk to you in the group or something like that. Guys, if you're looking for another way on how you can support or follow the Firearm Freedom account, channel, whatever you want to call it, because we have so many different social media platforms, you can follow me on the Firearm Freedom Facebook, Twitter, Instagram account, Discord servers. We got them all. The links are down below in the description after these live streams are over and any other previous video. YouTube has continued to censor my channel pretty hard moving forward here to the election. So if you guys could, make sure you are still subscribed. If you want to be subscribed, make sure you're still ringing that bell, commenting down below, actually commenting underneath my videos really, really helps out. That helps defeat the YouTube algorithms. If you guys are enjoying my content, throwing a comment down below, just saying, hey, like the video, whatever else. I know that can be a little bit annoying at times, so I really appreciate all of you guys that comment, and you guys know I always do my very hardest to get back to all of you, but also sharing the videos and everything like that. Again, I really appreciate that, and that really helps out the channel overall. If you guys were looking to actually support the channel in a way of donations, we do have the Firearm Freedom merch store. Dude, rocking this old school Firearm Freedom hoodie. This was actually the first piece of clothing that I ever made with the Firearm Freedom thing on it. It's not our logo, so I don't want to say logo. But yeah, these were about to be the hoodies until I realized that that probably wouldn't be too much of a hot item, just big, bold Firearm Freedom all over it. So if you want to get some more updated Firearm Freedom merchandise, you can check out the merch store. That really helps me out. I appreciate that. I thank you guys so much for repping the brand. And then also, aside from that, we do have the Subscribe Star account. A little bit of a heads up on the Subscribe Star. Occasionally, I post additional content on that account, but realistically, it is an account to give you guys a way to donate to the channel if you would like. So just fair warning, I don't want you to go to the Subscribe Star account assuming that there's going to be like a ridiculous metric ton of extra content and all of these extra special things on top of the channel. I want to be totally upfront and honest with you guys, as I have been since I very first started the Subscribe Star account. Again, it's just kind of a way to donate to the channel. So if you are looking into something like that and you want to see some behind the scenes stuff, that greatly helps me out as well. Are you planning to do a suppressed PAP M92 video? Nick, maybe down the road, but to be honest with you, I don't have a suppressor at the moment that can accommodate that short of a barrel in 7.62 by 39. With 7.62 by 39, that is pretty much like melting a blast baffle with that short of a barrel with that much blast coming out the end of it. So in the future, I would love to look into a suppressor that would be capable of handling that. At the moment, I only have, for my rifle suppressor, a Silencer Co. Omega, and that Omega, could it handle it? Maybe. Do I want to push it? No, I really don't. So, unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have a way to run that gun suppressed, but I would love to see how it did shooting it suppressed. You see that wash Instagram did like 2 days ago. So many accounts got deleted, including a few of my close buddies. Yeah, Ian, a ton of accounts got deleted on Instagram. It's very unfortunate. I think we are seeing now social media really clamping down hard as we get just a few days from the elections here in the U.S. These social media platforms are really just not digging it. The censorship is real, and they want to shut anybody that does not go along with mainstream media completely out of the equation entirely. I think that's very unfortunate, and I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Mike, I'm glad you're rocking the hoodie, man. Yeah, Ian, the Dead Air Wolf, the PBS-1 Wolf would definitely be, or I should say the Wolverine, would definitely be what I would want to go with. With SHOT Show being canceled, do you think the industry will hold back on the new products or just focus on replenishing inventory? So, Nick, I think ultimately right now, and this kind of is a great segue into the topic of this live stream, which is industry updates. I think ultimately right now, SHOT Show and new products are the least important item on the list. KC, what's up, man? I think new products, SHOT Show, different thing is the least thing on the list when it comes to these companies. They are so far backlogged. The backlogs and the back orders of products are so far with so many of these companies that I'm seeing the lowest is 3 to 4 months with most of these people. And aside from that, the other manufacturers, we're looking at a year plus for them to just fill orders that they currently have. We are seeing manufacturing as far as ammunition. We're seeing major ammunition manufacturers stopping production entirely of everything but 9mm, 223, 5.56, stopping production of hunting ammunition until next year. And I think at this point, they are just going to try to fill those backlogs. That is all that these companies are focusing on right now. Brian, what's up, buddy? So moving forward, no, I don't think we're going to see a lot of new products. I think it would be relatively foolish for companies to drop new things right now. Just because them dropping new things lets people know that manufacturing to the products that are already having a tough time getting out is going to be even worse. Just because now we have a lineup of brand new items that they're going to have to try to fill among the other issues that they're having. Now, if a company is all caught up, that might be one thing. Moving forward, I think what a lot of people, and this is to touch on the reality of industry talks right now, a little bit of a side note. Man, I thought people that were not prepared coming into gun shops months ago, 2-3 months ago, I thought those people were not prepared and were far based out of reality in what's going on in the world, let alone the gun industry. But I'll tell you guys what, the people coming in less than a week away from an election like this, wow. Just wow is all I can say. I've seen people come into gun shops less than a week out from an election that still have nothing, that still are not prepared, that are just waking up. We're talking days before an election thinking now is the time I should be getting a gun. And they are coming into the shop and it's just, I've never seen anything like it, to be completely honest with you guys. I've never seen individuals so disconnected from the reality of the situations out there. At this point, and this is no exaggeration, buying a gun right now, if you do not have any ammunition is the big thing here. If you are buying a gun today, yesterday, a couple days from now, a couple days before now, and you don't have ammunition, I would almost venture to say, and this is being completely frank about it, that gun is probably not even worth buying. Because chances are, you buying your brand new gun, you are not going to be able to find, realistically, enough ammunition to train, to practice, or even be able to find a box of ammunition within a week to even load up your gun with full metal jacket ammunition to use to try to defend your life. And what a lot of these people don't understand too is that most of these individuals buying guns, we're talking within the past few days, have never even handled a gun in their entire life. So they are unfamiliar with how to even load magazines, how to load the gun. They really need classes. But these are all things that, again, if you're waiting until this point, it's too late. It is far too late. So, it's tough not to be jaded. I've told you guys since the very beginning on these live streams that it's very important that anybody coming into, gun shops, you want to try to be as welcoming as possible to bring as many people into the Second Amendment community as you can. But with that being said, it's very difficult not to get jaded and not to look at an individual and just say, hey, you waited too long, man. You waited too long. That's the reality of it. You waited too long. Now you're better off hunkering down, getting some food, and holding off to see what next week brings us, honestly. So, I don't know. It's going to get very interesting, and, we will see. I want to read some of your questions before I start digging into other points that I want to talk about. Do you think companies like Cheaper Than Dirt is good with Biden winning so they can continue to exploit the demand? KC, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think, so I reposted, I'm not sure if any of you guys follow the Firearm Freedom other social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but I reposted a video that I took of the Cheaper Than Dirt website, which the CEOs, the head of Cheaper Than Dirt, they should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. But I think we are already seeing that, and I think Cheaper Than Dirt wouldn't mind seeing Biden win and wouldn't mind seeing massive pushes for gun control, because all they care about is greed and all they care about is making sales. And that's the reality of it. I saw on Cheaper Than Dirt's website, and in that video that I posted, a standard all-black CZ Scorpion going for $3,400. I mean, $3,400. It's laughable. I mean, that gun retails for $800. $800 on the high end. I saw an LWRC go for $6,700. I saw a POF go for $6,700. I saw a Taurus G3 going for $780. I saw boxes of 5.56, 20 rounds of 5.56, green tip. I have that for sale in my shop right now at a one box limit, the shop that I work at, for $10.99. One person can buy a box per day. And I saw that on their website for $60. They had 100 rounds of 380 full metal jacket Winchester white box for $200. For $200, that means for one box of 50, they were charging $100. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And look, guys, we get it. We all get it. They're a private company. They can do what they want. Whatever. That doesn't mean, though, that we can't help capitalism along and just not buy a damn thing from them, and then also spread the word so less people buy from these individuals ever again. I would like to see Cheaper Than Dirt just completely go by the wayside, go bankrupt, be done. And it's unfortunate because they are actually thriving just like a bad social media influencer off of this video. By me saying their name, right, and by me referencing what they're doing, they are gaining more traction. So I would urge you guys not to go to their website to check these prices. I would urge you guys not to even talk about it that often, other than to your friends, so that they can stop buying from them. Because the more social media traction that they get, it's almost like negative attention. They grow in the limelight. Even if it's negative, their company grows. So I would rather not even mention their company, because that is ultimately what is going to defeat that algorithm. So yeah, I would say, to answer your question, Casey, yes, they would absolutely exploit that. So you're saying I'm not getting a PSA spiker in 2021. Thompson, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we will see here in the next week how our immediate future is going to look like moving forward. That's what I think. You guys miss a shipment? Yeah, absolutely. BC, what's up? I already said what's up to you, but I'm not entirely sure if I did or not. Stop attacking me with my suppressed 300 blackout build. Not trying to buy those subsonics because I'm poor. Hey, Brian, honestly, dude, yeah, subsonic 300 blackout is gone. It is so gone. Okay. Nick, is your shop worried about the riots after the election? I don't know. I think our shop, the shop that I work at, I don't want to speak for that shop. I'm an employee there, and I think everybody is nervous. Yeah, I think everybody is nervous. I think we are nervous for riots if it goes in the way of Trump. I think we are nervous for God knows what if it goes in the way of Biden. And to be honest with you, so I'm going to be working, tomorrow on Monday, the day before the election. And it is insane. Once again, it is like Black Friday 2.0 each and every day. There will be people waiting outside, and, it's craziness yet again. And I think the biggest thing that we're nervous about is with a Biden win. Quite frankly, we are very nervous about that, because that just shows that the each and every day from here on out is going to be insanity inside your place of employment, and that's tough. That's really tough. So there's a lot of stress going around for sure. Harvey, what's up, brother? God bless. Big fan of you and the channel. What are your current thoughts on the CZ SP01 Tactical? Hope things are going well for you. Harvey, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching the channel. As far as the CZ SP01, I've never had an issue with my SP01. I had a couple of malfunctions the first range day out. The gun has been great now. I personally think it fits my hand well. Is it the best hammer-fired pistol out there? No. You know, I think it has a little bit of a cult following, but I gotta say, I do enjoy the gun. I think the small slide is a big pro and a con. The small slide on the CZs are really great because it helps keep felt recoil down the way that the slide and the receiver are designed. But the downfall is that I have ran that gun in the rain and different things like that, and it is fairly difficult if you want to use the slingshot method to get that slide back into action and not use the slide stop / release, then that can cause some problems. But overall, it's a great gun. Neil, what is up, man? Good to see you from the UK. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again, Neil. Oh God, cheaper than dirt needs to be forgotten in the dust. I would agree. I would very much agree. Are these items on Cheaper Than Dirt actually selling? Caesar, I really don't know. I really don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I have no idea. Yeah, the new Ganner Mountain of the internet. I'll agree to that. Who are the idiots paying these prices? Map, I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe that anybody would buy that. I thought it was a joke. Somebody reposted a picture of a $7,000 LWRC, and I was like, no, dude. I thought it was a meme that somebody had changed the pricing and they were making a meme about Cheaper Than Dirt. And I went to the website and I'm like, no way. No way. Dude, we spent a good 25 minutes, me and my buddies, going through their website, just dying laughing on each part of it. We would pull up another gun and I'm like, dude, what? It's $7,000 for this gun? There's no way that they actually did that. That has to be a typo. But sure enough, I would find another item and it just blew me away. I could not even believe it. I really couldn't. SG Ammo is reasonable. George, yeah, I've seen always good stuff out of SG Ammo. Their prices have gone up a little bit, but for the most part, I've seen good stuff. Unpopular opinion, it's supply and demand. They, Cheaper Than Dirt, are catering to people, the market, who are willing to pay for services or goods. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I understand your opinion for sure, and I understand that they are a private, company. I'm just saying, personally, in my opinion of what they're doing is that it's morally wrong. That is where I'm standing at this point. Do they have the ability to do that? Sure. Is it morally right? No, I don't believe so. I believe that, especially in this industry, when many people are trying to buy something to protect their life with, you should have somewhat of a moral compass, which unfortunately many of these companies do not have. Midway, yeah, Midway actually does have good prices pretty consistently. Sean, took my 16-inch 6mm ARC out today. I was getting first-round hits on steel silhouette targets from 400 to 880 yards. This cartridge is phenomenal. Also, my Turbo K is finally out of jail. Sean, that is awesome, man. Yeah, I was actually, a little bit of a side note, for the past few weeks, the shop that I work at, we have seen many Form 4 approval times actually come back at 4 months or slightly below by a couple of days, which is crazy. Okay, I just want to make sure I get everybody's comments. Hey man, how are you liking that PSA PX9? Glenn, I don't have any issues at all with my PX9. I actually really enjoy it. The one thing that I'll say about the PX9 is I am getting still, or I should say I have that weird wear underneath the bolt, almost like the bolt is having a lot of bolt bounce. And I'm actually starting to believe that, excuse me, sorry guys. I'm actually starting to believe that maybe they put the wrong weighted buffer in the back, and I'm actually thinking about switching it out for a JP Enterprises combined buffer and spring system, the captured buffer and spring system for 9 mils, and I'm going to go that route, and I want to see if that dampens down the recoil and also stops with the weird wear pattern underneath the bolt. But I am going to make a video probably on that moving forward. CZ75 SP01 Tactical is awesome, but I've already been through 2 slide stops and 4,000 rounds. This is a known CZ issue. Sean, I would agree. I've seen that happen quite a bit. I've seen it happen quite a bit in others, you know, out there, I should say. York, PA in the house, bought 3 from me this year. Thanks for the videos. Anybody keeping stock of the P365s? I watched prices go up crazy on them in the beginning. Brandon, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the stream. So, yeah, I've seen prices on everything, especially the small compact 9mm, go up as the year has gone on, and within the past week to 2 weeks, it has been insane how much prices have gone up. Maybe they are already going bankrupt and have to try and upsell. Still think I'm not cool with it. Now, Ian, there's no way, man. If like I know. Here's the deal. Okay, I can see each one of those guns. I can see the retail I can see the cost that they are buying them for. And I got to tell you guys that they are upcharging the guns about $4,000 above what they paid for it. So they're making about a $4,000 profit. And yeah, I've never seen anything like that in my life. But you know, whatever, man. Hey Joe, just got off work at the gun shop. Tony, I hope it's going a little bit better for you, buddy. If not, I hope you can find another shop out there. Cheaper Than Dirt is actually selling kids like Wayfair for those prices. Tinfoil triggered, you got it, Brian. If you guys don't know what tinfoil triggered is, go ahead and go to the Firearm Freedom merchandise store or head over to the Spicy Discords. And you will know exactly what it is. A few weeks ago, the industry was focusing on 5.56. Any updates on what calibers are being produced the most? KC, I think currently, right now, 5.56 and 223 are still the most that are being pushed forward for manufacturing. I think ultimately 223 and 5.56 are the most that are being pushed forward. So, you know, I don't know if they've changed that. I think they have also started to try to ramp up production on 9mm. And I don't know. 380, 38 Special are still incredibly tough to find. Distribution is empty. I mean, it is drained, bone dry. There is nothing left at distribution at a lot of these companies. So, you know, I don't know. Now I'm seeing a lot of like rogue, random, it's almost like weird, like stockbrokers, like shady stockbrokers that are calling around to different gun shops saying like, hey, I have 100,000 rounds of 9mm at 70 cents a round. That's your cost. You ready to buy it? And there's a lot of these places out there that are really fueling off the greed of the situation, unfortunately. So we will see. Man, I'm trying to catch up with everybody's comments. Sean, I remember during Sandy Hook seeing a Colt M4A1 SOCOM for $3,300 and a BCM EAG tactical for $4,400. Yeah. What's crazy is these prices are like $2,000 higher than that. CTD probably knows that they've torpedoed their repair, so they're trying to get what they can while they can. Andrew, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think you're probably right on the money. I think this might be their last hurrah to try to get as much revenue as they can, and then the company is going to be trashed after this. Neil, I was watching a video on YouTube that showed a 4-inch Colt Python for $3,000. Isn't the Colt price only $1,500? Well, Neil, it really depends on what Colt Python that is. If that's a newly manufactured Colt Python, then yes, the price is around $1,500. But if it is an original Colt Python, then $3,000 would actually be a general going price for a collector's Colt Python made back in the day. So again, it really kind of matters with, is it old or is it new? And that's going to be a big difference in that price point. If it's brand new, that they are batshit crazy if they paid $3,000 for that gun. In my opinion, it is not worth, I don't know. It's definitely not worth that. I would argue if it's even worth $1,500. Oh, Neil, brand new Python. Oof, man, yeah, that's way too high. That is way too high. $1,500 is too high for that gun. Sean, I buy almost all my ammo from Natchez. I only shoot Hornady M193 and Black Hill 69 grain Match King Hollow Point for $556. Sean, I've seen good prices out of them as well, and actually fairly good availability. Yep, KC, exactly what I was thinking as well. Glenn, thank you for answering my question. I am looking forward to your further review as you stated in your PSA PX9 video 7 months ago. Yeah, Glenn, no problem, buddy. The only downfall right now and why it's a lot harder for me to do updated reviews on 9mm in my collection is just simply because I'm really trying not to hit my storage hard. So I try to grab as many boxes of ammunition as I can come by, but quite frankly, it is nowhere near enough to do the same volume of 9mm reviews as I was doing. I mean, guys, I would go to the range with, say, like the Palmetto State PX9, and I would have like a 700 round range day. And then 2 weeks later, I'd have another like 800 round range day. I mean, I was shooting probably about 2,000 rounds a month, and of just 9mm at times. And that is just not even remotely possible right now. And right now I'm looking at like, okay, can I even do a box of 50? And can I somehow do a video with a box of 50? And that's about what we're looking at right now. And, so moving forward, I hope that's going to change. I just really don't know. My first Turbo K took 7 months. This one took 5 months and 12 days. So I'm hoping my OSS 556K will be out of jail in January. That will be 6 months. Sean, I'm hoping for the best for you, buddy. Sean, yeah, Pythons have always been 2.5 and up. The year depends on the price. I've seen 1958 models for 7K, but I've also seen 1985 models for 2.4, for sure. George, I'm in the process of refurbishing a Carcano in 6.5 by 52, a real Carcano, I don't know what the hell I was saying there. A real learning experience, probably will not do it again. George, I'll say it really depends on how much refurbishing you're doing. Man, military surplus. Military surplus holds such an important place in my heart. I really love military surplus, but I gotta say, sometimes you can buy a military surplus gun and you can think in your mind like, oh man, this is gonna be a really easy gun. Like, I'll just clean up a little bit of surface rust here and there, and the stock's not too bad. And the moment you start getting into it, you start realizing like, holy hell, this gun is a train wreck. And that's kind of part of the, I don't know if other people would think this, but it's kind of part of the fun in buying a military surplus rifle, especially one that's just caked in grease and cosmoline, because you don't know what you're going to find underneath. It might be good, it might be bad, it might be working, it might be not. And in my opinion, what I think that does for you is it opens up a whole other world of learning about different guns, about how they work, about the parts, pieces, where you can find them, and piecing them together. So stick with it, and I hope for the best for you. But that's always an interesting one for sure. Sorry guys, I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, George, stick with it. Stick with it. Griff, do you really think anyone would be paying those CTD prices? Who in their right mind would pay over $900 for a CZ Scorpion pistol? Griff, I have no idea. Apparently, somebody on their marketing department said that somebody would pay it. So I don't know. Maybe somebody would. Ripcode, what advice do you offer to those people who have prepared ammo-wise in regards to training? That is a phenomenal question. Thank you for asking it. I would highly recommend right now, if you have the ammo, I would still try to get in one training day a month, if possible. One training day a month. And that training day, honestly, I would say make it this is how dire the situation is right now. I would say make it a box of 50. A box of 50 once a month, if you can swing it. And I would leave it at that. And that 50 round box, I would use it sparingly at the range. I would really practice on technique, on form, and at least being able to be proficient in your draw and being used to the recoil and the motions still at the range. Aside from that, I would recommend dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. When you're at home, dry fire practice. Practice your draws. Practice getting on in full kit, drawing from a war belt, drawing with a plate carrier on, different things like that, because you don't need that ammo to dry fire. Why I would not recommend more than that, even if you have the ammunition, is because we don't know how long this ammunition thing is going to go on until next week. And guys, you know, I got news for a lot of the people out there. I've heard this a ton this week, and I think a lot of people in our community are just not connected to reality. A lot of people come into the shop and they're like, I'm not worried about the ammo situation. As soon as Trump gets in on Tuesday, I'll be buying ammo at 5 cents a round. You know, I'm not, it's going to be out the window the next day. Everybody's not going to care and the ammo's going to be back. I don't know what these people think, but best case scenario, I mean, let me slap those people in the face with reality right here. Best case scenario is Trump wins and the ammo comes back relatively to normal a year from now. That is best case scenario. That is if everybody stopped panic buying tomorrow, or let me rephrase this. If everybody stops panic buying after Trump wins, somehow there is no rioting, there is no civil unrest, all the panic stops day after Trump wins, and then we have about a year to fill those backlogs with no panic buying. That's the situation that we're in. We're not in a situation where gun shops are just hoarding ammo and then like Trump wins and everybody's like, oh, don't need to buy ammo anymore, and oh, this gun shop has hundreds of thousands of rounds and now everybody's just throwing their ammo from the rooftops and it's all 5 cents. That's the reality, and nobody seems to understand that. And mark my words, if he does not get in and Biden gets in, I don't know when the ammunition situation is going to end, because the panic buying is going to continue and these backlogs are already so long. They are already 14 months, 13 months, a year, a little bit under a year, far over a year. We're talking a year to just fill an order. A company places an order and their ammo is not arriving for a year. That is like currently what we're looking at right now. So on the opposite end of that, if that panic buying continues, I don't have to explain to you guys how further that backlog is going to get and how I don't know how these companies would even recover from that. Moving forward though, even best case scenario, Trump gets in, I find it very hard to believe that from what we've seen over the past couple of months that there isn't going to be any rioting and any civil unrest or whatever. And the more that that continues, the more that people flood into gun shops, the more that people buy their first gun, the more that people are looking for ammunition that is not there already. The ammunition is not there. So best case scenario, Trump wins. We're looking at about a year of just filling the backlogs if everybody simmers down and everything calms down. That is what we're hoping for. The opposite end of that, if Biden gets in, I have no idea. I have no clue what will happen with just we're not even talking about legislation here. Mind you, I'm not even talking about gun control legislation and everything like that. Watch my Instagram live streams for that. I'm just talking about sheer panic buying. Sheer panic buying. That's the only thing I'm talking about here. So remember that moving forward. Okay. Oh, man, I got to speed through your questions because we got a bunch of them today. That's awesome. Neil, I know the original Pythons are really expensive. This was a new one. I was shocked how much someone would try and get away with charging. Yeah, Neil, that's crazy, man. Hornady said they will not be making 6 ARC for another couple months. They have DoD contracts for 300 blackout and 6 ARC to fill. Sean, that makes sense for sure. Brian, thank you for telling everybody to like the live stream. I appreciate that. Sam, hello and welcome if you're still watching. Map, do you have any leads on the SIG lowers? Been trying to get my hands on one. Map, I couldn't tell you, man. I would assume that once they key up production on those, that they're going to be out relatively quickly because it's just the injection molding polymer. I mean, it's not even like there's a lot of metal components involved in that. But I don't know. Like everything else right now, I think it's going to be a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit of time. Ian, I miss those days too, man. Nick, are you seeing any ComBlock AK-47s come through your shop? Curious if the ATF import letters have slowed down those imports. Nick, I don't think we're feeling that yet. I don't think we're feeling the force of that just yet. I think there's still a lot of imports circulating around at different FFLs, online retailers, and everything else like that. And I think moving forward, a couple of months from now, we will see whether or not that's going to affect us. AKs right now as well are just kind of unobtainium as a whole. So I don't know if we would really see a difference at the end of the day. Sorry, guys, just reading up on the comments. The shop I work at got an HK SP5. Manager is charging 4,500 range. He's too hyper-focused and getting high-end guns. Yeah, man, that is very high for an SP5. I mean, realistically, SP5s are going for like $7,000 on Gunbroker right now, but a general retail is around 2,800, 3,000. So, yes, that's high. Dubious manufactured 9mm, not ideal, but at least it exists. Andrew, that's not that's not bad at all. Neil, I think I'll be getting a Navy Colt black powder for my first handgun. Might have more luck with being able to shoot it. Neil, you might, man, but I'll tell you what, if you're moving to the United States, you at least got to get something more freedom-loving getting out of the UK than just the black powder. Get the black powder. But come on, man, feel the Americana flowing through your veins when you move from the UK to America. I don't know, man. Honestly, maybe wait a month because you might be better off in the UK with how next year goes, depending on what we look like. So maybe you hold off. Ian, I have to get these kids ready to head to bed. Glad I caught this one, Joe. Always great lives. Please let me know, man. I'd love to do one on the gram when you're available. Ian, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I will let you know. Local gun shop owner said he thinks things will restore like they have done for the last 20 years. The industry can go up and down. This go around does feel different, though. I hope it works out. Vote Trump. Yeah. So this is different from anything that we have ever seen. I'll leave it at that. This is different than anything we've ever seen. This is far different than Sandy Hook. This is far different than even the 94 assault weapons ban. It's just different. It is different times, and everything else has paled in comparison to what we're seeing now. Nick, do you think Trump will win Pennsylvania? I have no idea, man. I really don't know. I don't know if there's a way to judge that right now. And quite frankly, if you wanted my honest opinion, I don't know if half of these ballots are even going to be accurate, quite frankly. So I have no idea. I have no clue. I hope I don't know. I hope I don't know. Laser light trainers are freaking awesome. I have 3 training pistols and 15 targets. They fit in my Glock holsters as well. Been using them for years. Sean, that is awesome. I've heard good things about the laser light trainers. I have a Manus X system myself, and I really enjoy the Manus X too. I think that's a good one as well. It's pretty bad when my manager is hoarding ammo for himself, or he'll highball customers to pay high prices. It's getting on my nerves. Yeah, Tony, that's a very toxic environment, to be honest with you. I have been ammo a little bit here and there, depending on price. Yeah, George, that's pretty much all you can do right now. KC, best case scenario is going to take many, many months for sure. Prices will take a long time to recover. A lot of us who have stocked up and not bought will be going to buy. Yeah, you know, I think no matter what way we swing it, it's not looking good for the immediate next few months. We will see. I remember PSA selling the 308 AR-10s like they were giving it away after 2016. Yeah, dude. Thompson, you were seeing those PSA 308s going for like $4.99, I think, back then. I ended up just buying another 1,000 rounds of 5.56 FMJ on Midway for, for $600. I feel like I am part of the problem, but I literally have less than 50 rounds and I needed something. Yeah, Glenn, you know, unfortunately at that point, you got to do what you got to do. Man, that is a lot of money for 5.56. If ammo goes down, great, but I can't take that risk with my family. Yeah, I hear you, Glenn. I get it, buddy. If Trump wins, I see a slow, gradual return to normalcy in a year or 2 years with guns and ammo at best, in my opinion. Tony, I think you're hitting the nail on the head with that one. I am new to the channel, and I am a civilian. It's very hard to find gun information on the internet without getting pounded by service members or know-it-alls. So I have come to YouTube and filter. So thank you for all the information. Glenn, thank you for watching, man. Thank you for watching. Jake the Snake, if Biden gets elected, do you really think he will ban AKA assault rifles? Jake, I think we will see one of two things. I think we will see massive action by the ATF. I think that is what I think we will see. I think that is what I think. Huh, that didn't come out right. I would imagine that's what we're going to see immediately. And when I say immediately, within the first few months, I think we're going to see massive, swift action from the ATF on pistols, on possibly rate of fire, depending on the gun or whatever else. And I think we're going to see an expansion of the NFA just on the ATF. And I think that's the quickest route they're going to get to it. Aside from that, can he ban assault weapons? It is very, very possible. He did it in 1994 with some help, and I think it is possible to do it again. Moving forward, we could also see that get stalemated, like we saw with many years with the Obama administration. So I really don't know, but what I can tell you is that they will try, and that trying will increase the panic buying, and whether legislation passes or not, you will see massive shortages continue, and it will get very, very ugly with just the pricing and availability of this stuff, and there's no getting around that. And I do think that we're going to see that decisive action from the ATF regardless. Neil, get a 1911, a Glock 19, and an AR-15 if you can find it. Rich, bought my last cowboy gun. Time to get with the times. Looking to get something 45 ACP if I can find ammo. Oof. Yeah, Rich, it's a little bit tough for 45. Nick, I see more Biden signs than Trump signs in Tennessee. It has me worried. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. Nick, I was at work this week and I got an email from Primary Arms that mini Dracos were back in stock. I bought one from them for $669. 5 minutes later, they were sold out. Should be at my FFL on Tuesday. Nick, that's a great buy for that price, man. That's a great buy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up on all the questions. Man, we got a ton. It will only be possible if the left runs the House and the Senate. Not looking good. They will be able to achieve that. Yeah, so Sean, you're absolutely right. If they start winning the House and the Senate, there's a lot that can come out of this. And I think the X factor, aside from that, is the ATF. I think what a lot of people forget about is that the ATF has shown in the past few months that they are one of the most unconstitutional agencies on the face of the earth. And moving forward from that, they have also shown that with a flick of a wrist with the pen, they can effectively do whatever they would like in regards to firearms. And I think that's going to be a very, very easy way to pass through gun control and bypass all of the other constitutional setups that we have in this country immediately to do whatever it is that they would like, or to at least chip away at the whole process even more. When training with 50 rounds, how fast, slow should someone go through that? Any suggestions on how to train with just one box? KC, I am no instructor myself, but I would definitely recommend going online, and there's actually quite a few informational videos out there with exactly that. How to do training drills with a box of 50 rounds. Choose one, or maybe do a couple different videos every other month or whatever else. But that would be what I would recommend. I would probably say go as slow as possible with that box of 50. Maybe make it a good half an hour range day, and just, again, go slow, get that form and technique going for you well. Okay. I live in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, which is right on the northern VA line. I'm 376 yards from northern VA and 4 miles from the MD line. I see nothing but Biden signs in the DMV area. Everywhere else, Trump. Very interesting, Sean. I could see that for sure. Don't apologize for reading questions. Just hum or something while you read so that everyone just listening knows the stream is still working. Glenn, I don't know how well I can hum, but I'll try to do my best. 50 rounds drawing from the holster is what I do. Sean, that's a great point. Holster draws are very, very important. Here, the Fed wants to eliminate cash and go to the digital currency. They will use this to enforce unconstitutional gun laws. Rich, I would agree. I would very much agree. I think there's a lot in this situation that many of us are missing. There has to be, and unfortunately, that's how it goes quite a bit. Grantham, I believe, recently had a good recoil training video with Mojo. Might be a good one to check out. Griff, thanks for the heads up, man. I'm sure many people will find that helpful. Here in Northern California, I have only seen Trump signs, flags, and hats, not one Biden sign. KC, I could definitely see that. I think it's kind of ironic, but a lot of places that have more democratically run, places like New York and everything like that, I think they're kind of done with the more liberal-leaning mindset. And I think places that don't have that, you have these individuals that have never experienced living underneath that type of tyrannical government, and they kind of almost don't understand how that actually works, which is interesting. Sam, I work snap cap malfunction training and reloads when only using one box of ammo. Sam, that's actually a phenomenal point. For those of you guys looking to train with a box of 50, throwing in malfunction training, if you only have a couple of rounds, you're throwing in snap caps and everything else that can really help you out, learn different ways to clear the gun, and then it also is going to drag out your training that day a little bit longer than just burning through that box of 50 in like 30 seconds. So that can really help out as well. Sean, have a good night, buddy. Enjoy the ribeyes. I train a lot with 22LR, also a good thing to do for sure. Best training with 50 rounds is the dot torture drill. The dot torture is awesome. I will agree to that. Neil, the odd thing from my point of view, as your Second Amendment says specifically, shall not be infringed. So how can the ATF act like that? Neil, it's actually, I love hearing, different points of view from outside of the United States, because it's just so interesting to me, being outside of the country and looking in and seeing our laws and how, federal agencies work and everything like that, because it must just seem like insane. But yeah, basically, Neil, this agency is just acting completely rogue and doing whatever they would like at the end of the day. They are bypassing the Constitution completely. Okay. Can someone get Neil a ballot? Yeah, everybody get Neil a ballot. We got to get Neil over here. All right, guys, we're right at about the 56-minute mark. Man, these live streams go very fast with all of these questions, and I love it. I absolutely love them all. Thank you guys so much for writing these questions out. It really makes these live streams awesome, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. Moving forward, definitely think about things that you would like to ask for Sunday's live stream. I don't know, guys. Depending on how Tuesday goes is really going to depend the mood of Sunday's live stream. It's going to get very, very interesting, and get your questions ready. So, I don't know. Let's hope for the best moving forward, and try as hard as you can. To not get as stressed as many of you are probably getting. I know that's very tough. I know that is hard for me to practice what I preach, but try. Guys, I hope you all have an awesome, awesome night. Thank you so much for tuning in, taking time out of your Sunday evening to watch these live streams. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos to come out very soon, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. Rich, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Guys, you have a great night. I'm going to end it now. As always, check the links down below in the description after these live streams end to head over to all the other accounts. And if you wouldn't mind, comment down below if you have the time to do that. That really helps me out. I appreciate it so much. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. And as always, stay tuned for more great videos to come soon.